Hey y'all, and welcome back. In today's video, I'm sharing with y'all 3 realistic dinners that you can make on a budget and feed your family. It don't take much work, just a little bit of time, and you've got dinner on the table. Y'all come join us. Hey y'all, and welcome back. In today's video, I'm bringing you back 3 of our dinners that we've made in the past that y'all might like. Right now, the time's changed. Everybody's in the house, so you need to get dinner on the table quick. And all of these are around 30 to 40 minute dinners. So they're quick and easy, and you can have it ready in no time. Y'all come on. The first one's gonna be, okay y'all, this first one is around a 30 to 40 minute dinner, and you can have it on the table in no time. It's a hash brown casserole. Let's get started. This is what you're going to need for your hash brown casserole. You're going to need 1 cup of sour cream, 1 cup or 1 large white onion or yellow onion, 2 cans of cream of mushroom, 2 cups of cheddar cheese, or the cheese you would like of your choice, whichever ones you like the best. We like cheddar cheese, so that's what we're using. And you need a 2-pound bag of hash browns. And this is what we have. You could use the diced hash browns or the shredded. So I've got shredded, so that's what I'm going to use. Some salt, pepper, and a little garlic powder. And you're going to need 1 stick of butter. This is just a simple, easy hash brown casserole that most of the items you probably already have in your pantry. So come on, and we're going to mix this up and show you how it turns out. Okay, we're just going to go ahead first and add our sour cream. And that is 1 cup of sour cream, 8 ounces. Make sure we get it all out of here, and that's just 1 cup of sour cream. And now I'm going to go ahead and add my cream of mushroom. And you could make your own cream of mushroom or cream of chicken. Both cans. And if you was using less hash browns, you wouldn't have to use as much cream of mushroom. And now we're going to go ahead and add our onion. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. And about a teaspoon of black pepper. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of garlic powder. Our oven's preheating, so it's ready. And now I'm going to add my cheddar cheese. And that's 2 cups of cheddar cheese. And we're just going to give that a mix. And fold that in good. Just get all your ingredients blended together good. And now all we've got to do is add our hash browns. This is just a simple, easy hash brown casserole recipe. And now we're just going to open our hash browns. And you want them defrosted or thawed. I tried to unthaw them. So this one right here, I've just got to break up just a little, because I want them not chunky, I want them separated. And the recipe calls for 2 pounds. And this one is right at 2 pounds. So we're going to go ahead and add the rest of it. Okay, and now we're just going to fold in our hash browns into our mixture. And we've almost got them all mixed. Just takes a few minutes to get all that cream of mushroom and that sour cream mixed in good with the hash browns. Okay, that's about as good as I'm going to get it. We're going to melt our 1 stick of butter in the microwave. Okay, now that we've got all the mixture in there and all the potatoes, the cheese, and everything's in there, now I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 stick of butter, and then we're going to give it another mix. And we're just going to fold in that cheese. I've got it all blended together good. Now we're going to put it in our baking dish and get ready to bake it on 375 for 40 minutes. Okay. Don't forget to spray your casserole dish with just a little cooking spray. And now we're just going to put our hash brown mixture over into this casserole dish. And now we'll just even it out real good. Let me wipe my hand off. Okay, once I've got it all even, I'm going to go ahead now and we're going to add a little bit of cheddar cheese just to the top. Just because I want it to get like a little golden crust on top. And the recipe don't call for this part, but I'm going to add it to it just because we like it. All right, that's what it looks like. That's a simple, easy hash brown casserole. So now we're going to put it in the oven and we're going to bake it on 375 for 40 minutes. Just watch it because all ovens are different. When you get it the golden brown you want it, you can just take it out and it'll be ready. Just watch it to make sure you get the kind of golden brown you want on top of yours. So we're going to get it in there. We're not covering it. We're going to let it cook without a top. Going to let it get a little bit more browner. Okay, y'all. Here is our hash brown casserole. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Next one is around a 30-minute prep that you'll do. This one is cooking a roast in a crock pot. It takes you around 30 minutes to get it in the crock pot. Cook it while you're at work or while you're just doing something for around 4 to 6 hours, and you'll see just how tender that roast can be. Y'all come on and let's watch this one. Now we're going to cover the roast real good with black pepper. And I'm not adding salt to it because we're going to have salt in the beef broth and salt in the onion soup mix. Now I've got to wash my hand before I touch my salt shaker. I put a real good layer of black pepper on my roast. And when you're cooking a roast in a crock pot, don't skip this step, because we're going to sear our roast before we put it in that crock pot. That helps give your roast an extra good flavor if you sear it before you put it in the crock pot. Now that my skillet's got good and hot, I'm going to go ahead and add my roast. Sometimes it's best just to keep things simple, whether you're on a budget or you just want something that tastes good without using so many ingredients and no cream of chicken or no cream of mushroom. Just cooking the old-fashioned way. So in this recipe, I'm showing you how to still get a good taste by using a cast iron skillet and not all those ingredients. That golden brown is just going to give you a lot of good flavor. Now we're going to take our roast out and set it just in this plate while we get our other part of the recipe done. And we're going to save all that in the skillet. And then to that I'm going to add my stick of butter. And then we're going to add about a good cup of onions. And let them start. We're going to start letting these onions cook down. Here's what the onions are looking like, and I'm going to cook them way down, and once these get done, I'll show you the next step. We're going to put it on high, and we're going to pick 4 hours. Okay, now to the crock pot, I'm going to add to the bottom, just so the roast will have a little bit of something to sit in until I get my mixture in there. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of broth to the bottom of my crock pot. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add the roast. And get it in the center. And we're going to pour all those juices over it. And now I'm going to put my carrots around the outside of the roast. And now we're going to put around probably the other half of our onions around that. Just going to put them in there. Then put a little bit on all sides. This is what my onions are starting to look like, and I'm going to cook them for about 5 more minutes. I've almost got my onions the way I want them. We're wanting them to cook way down. See how the texture is? Oh, if y'all could smell that butter with those onions. Oh, it smells so good in here. Okay, now to my onions, I'm going to add my onion soup mix. Okay, and now we're going to add our 2 cans of broth and let that start coming to a good boil. If you had a smaller roast, or if you didn't want gravy, as much gravy, you could probably use 1 can, but I need the broth extra because I'm going to make a gravy, and I'll show y'all what we're going to have with the gravy with the roast. So now we're going to let that come to a boil. I'm going to add a little bit more black pepper. Now mix in the black pepper. You can put a little bit more or a little bit less. Travis likes black pepper, so I added a little bit more to mine. And we're going to let that come to a good boil. And we're going to let that come to a good boil. That's how I want it, right there. And now we're going to take this mixture and we're going to pour over the top of our roast. I got to get that little bit out of the pan and put on the roast. We're just going to coat it and make sure that that stays on top of your roast while it's cooking. So now we're going to put the lid on it and cook it for 4 hours. Okay, y'all, it's been about 4 hours, and I want y'all to look how juicy and delicious this roast and carrots turned out. Tonight, we're going to have a good supper. And with that, we're going to have our creamed potatoes on the side, and we're going to use this broth that the roast cooked in as our gravy. Here's our creamed potatoes, and we're going to add just a little butter, salt and pepper, and a little cream to those. A roast cooked this way just makes it full of flavor with just little ingredients and fork tender. It's one that your whole family will enjoy, and you'll probably get maybe 2 dinners out of this roast. Okay, y'all, there's another recipe that's simple and easy, cooked in a crock pot, so when you're in a hurry, this is a great recipe to keep going back to that your family will like and enjoy. I hope y'all like this video, and if you do, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you hadn't already. Okay, y'all, the next dinner we're going to be cooking tonight that can be ready in no time is chicken thighs. I'm going to show y'all how to make some tender chicken thighs and a sauce to go over them. So y'all come on, and don't forget to get those iron skillets. Right here we have some canned chicken broth that Travis and myself put up last year, and we also have some mushrooms. I love having the canned mushrooms. It makes them easy to get to, and you don't have to always worry about fresh mushrooms. These last a long time. Once you open them, just keep them in the refrigerator, and so with the chicken broth also. I'm going to be using about 2 cups of broth today and 1 cup of the mushrooms. This is what you're going to need for this 1-pot skillet meal. We're going to be using chicken thighs today. So I have my chicken thighs right here, my mushrooms, and my chicken broth. We have 1 cup of onions that we're going to be using diced. These come out of the freezer. 1/4 cup of white all-purpose flour. And then we have some black pepper, salt, garlic powder, thyme, minced garlic, and Worcestershire sauce. And you're also going to be needing of oil of your choice. Today I'm using olive oil. You can use whichever you want. You could even use some leftover bacon grease if you had it. That would give it a good flavor. Go ahead and add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil to your skillet. And now let your skillet be heating up as you season your chicken. Do both sides of the chicken. Altogether, I'm adding about a teaspoon of each to the front and the back of the chicken thighs. Coat them well. You can use any kind of seasons that you like. This is just what I'm using in this recipe. Change it up ever how you like it. And now that we got both sides of the chicken well coated, we're going to go ahead now. Our skillet is good and hot, and we're going to start adding our chicken thighs to the iron skillet. Now just start by placing all the thighs in the skillet. And we're wanting to let these get a good, pretty golden brown on each side. We're not cooking them all the way through. We're just wanting to get a pretty golden brown on each side. And make sure your oil is good and hot. One more. Stuff it in the middle. Stuff it in the middle. Now we've got them all in there. We're going to brown them on both sides. We're not going to worry about cooking them all the way through because we're going to do a little bit more cooking when we get them brown. Just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer on that side. Okay, y'all, if you're thinking about doing canning, this right here is so good to have in your pantry whenever you're wanting something fast and easy to cook. You have all this ready, and you don't have to worry about having fresh mushrooms. We love having our canned mushrooms. They hold up good. And they're easy to can. And right here we have canned chicken broth. So if any of y'all are thinking about getting into canning, this right here sure is nice to have on your pantry shelf. Saves you time and money. So now we're going to flip the thighs over and get the other side, the golden brown. If I can get a hold of it. We're going to get all these flipped over and let them cook for around 5 minutes on the other side. Once these get done, I'll bring you back. While the chicken thighs are cooking, I'll show you how you know if you got a good seal on your jars. Y'all just listen for the sound. That's how you know you got a good seal on your jars. Now that I have a pretty golden brown on my chicken thighs, I'm going to go ahead and take them out. And we're going to set those to the side a few minutes. Now we're going to add, you want to keep all that bits and pieces of that good chicken in your skillet, so use the same skillet. We're going to go ahead now and add our onions. our 1 cup of mushrooms. Around a tablespoon of minced garlic. And a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. That's about a teaspoon. And now we're just going to give that all a good mix and let it start cooking down. And y'all see as that's starting to cook down, look at all the bits and pieces coming off the skillet. Now, so easy. And all that flavor is going to be inside your onions and your gravy mixture. So let's just let that get a little caramelized, and then we're going to add our other ingredients. Okay, now we're going to add our flour to our onions and garlic and mushrooms. And we're going to let that cook down for about 3 to 4 minutes, because we don't want our mixture to taste like flour. So you have to let that cook down to get the flour taste out of it. But you're going to have to need a little bit of that flour like that to thicken up your chicken broth into almost like a sauce or a gravy texture. Okay, now I'm going to add my 2 cups of chicken broth. And I'm not measuring it, I'm just eyeballing it. But that's around 2 cups. And we're going to just give that a good mix and let it get started making our sauce, and let it cook for around 30 minutes on a medium simmer until the chicken thighs are cooked all the way through. Okay, we've got a good simmer going here now. So now we're going to place our chicken thighs back in our skillet. Now we've got all our thighs in the skillet. We're going to make sure they're all covered good with the sauce. And now let's put a lid on it and let it simmer. Now let's check it and see how the chicken thighs are turning out. Okay, you can tell our sauce is thickened up a little bit. And now let's serve us up one and show you what it looks like. Okay, y'all, I hope y'all enjoy this Cook With Me video. This is just a fast video that I put together as I'm cooking dinner in the kitchen. And I thought I'd share it with y'all. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. This right here would be a great gravy for on top of creamed potatoes or rice. And don't forget to add you a few of the little mushrooms and onions. And that gives it great flavor also. This quick little video I made of bringing our 3 dinners back. This right here is some dinners we made a while back. We make them around once a month and we love them. So I thought I would share them again with y'all to let you see that you might decide to make one of these. If you like our video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, and share our videos. And like always, Travis and myself just want to say thanks for watching our videos, and I hope y'all enjoy them.